In order to make sure your design is well aligned, one of the things that you can actually do is use guides. So to do that, you can go around over here onto the view menu right here. And then what you can do is go to show and then go to rulers. Once you do that, you get the rulers right here, as you can see. So over here on the top, if I were to click and drag the lines from the rulers, you simply get guides right here. So now what you can do is you can utilize these guides to make sure that certain shapes right here, certain elements are in the same location. For example, I can go ahead and let's say, for example, I have this rectangular shape right here. So I can go ahead and keep it right here. You can see that it snaps onto place right here with the guide. And if I were to press Ctrl C and V, I can go ahead and then let's say, for example, take this line as the reference point right here and make sure it is well aligned. So if you want to go ahead and work around with guide in much more detailed way, then you can actually go to view and then go to guides, and then you get the guide section right here. So here you can see the horizontal guide and the vertical guide, and you can see the percentage right here for where they are placed. You can go around over here and type in the percentage section as well. So you can see the second guide, and that is 13%. So I'm going to say 10%, let's say, for example. So this one, let's say, for example, it is going to be 20%. So you can go ahead and type in the exact value right here. Apart from that, you can also add in a horizontal guide right here, just like this. So let's say this is going to be 70% right here, and it comes to the 70% range. So this is what you have, as you can see. So if I were to go ahead and click and drag, you can actually see the numbers change right here. You can even go ahead and change the color of the guide if you don't want it to be blue. You can also remove all the guides right here and even uncheck the percentage. So the guide right here actually displays pixel instead of percentage right here. So now, apart from that, you can also go ahead and add in column guide. So if I were to actually go ahead and increase out the column, so let's just go ahead and delete this. You can see that I can add in columns and rows, and then you can see that I can have this type of a guide as well. So you can see that the style is filled. You can go ahead and add in the gutter, that is the space in between those guides right here. You can define it out according to how you want. You can even go ahead and add in left margin, right margin, top and bottom, and unlink it to go ahead and make sure there are certain margin right here, just like this. You can even go ahead and change the color of the margin as well. And you can even go ahead and spread out, let's say, for example, the origin point right here. And the ruler, as you can see, as I change it, it shifts 58 pixels as I were to go ahead and change it. You can unlink it and change the y-axis, let's say, for example, and only the y-axis ruler changes out 90 pixels right here, and the count starts from 0 from 90 pixels onwards only. So this is what you have, as you can see. So with the guides, you can go ahead and snap it onto place, as you can see right here, and take this as a reference while you're designing. If the snapping is not turned on by default, you actually need to go to view and then go to snapping and make sure that it is snap to guides right here. The snap to guides right here is turned on in the snapping, and what happens is that the snapping turns on. And also, of course, make sure that the enable snapping is actually turned on as well, so that it snaps onto place right here, just like this. So that is how you can go ahead and enable and use out the guides in Affinity. So I hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.